This channel's real, this channel's about documenting, this channel's about talking, having an open opinion. And let's get started. Say whoa, say whoa. Say whoa. Head of a horse, the body of a man. Unidentified flying object. Welcome back to another video.
So I just pulled back my bed and I'm thinking, oh shit, like I broke a nail, right? Because it's right here. So I'm like, okay, I'm checking. Bitch, where's the broken nail? Did something just glitch?
No. My fear's happening. Not being able to get to my car in a parking garage. There's my car. Yep, okay. If I go down that way, that brings me down. So, I'm walking up.
So I understand that she's trying to explain or show what she's going through, which I get it. But at the end of the day, I still would have recorded myself jumping over the barrier and walking back to see if there's a difference. But I do believe her. But she still could have, to me, I would have just jumped over the fucking barrier, dude.
And this was the same thing. And it was like an obstacle course. I don't understand. Help me. See, now I just walked from up there. That's going back down. That's not where I need to be.
This person is freaking out because she's experiencing her own little glitch in the Matrix. She has something that happened in her past and she recounts it in this video in detail. She remembers all the detail and now apparently it never happened and it's happening now, which is freaking her out. And then she comes to the realization that there was something that happened in her life that may have been a quantum immortality incident, and maybe that is why her timeline's all messed up and she's actually in a different timeline. I don't know what quantum immortality is. It's basically the theory that when you die, you actually switch timelines. Like you die in one timeline and your consciousness, your soul, whatever you want to call it, switches over to a version of you in a very similar timeline, or maybe merges with you in a very similar timeline. And maybe some little things are different. Maybe a lot of things are different. Maybe you notice, maybe you never notice. I was originally thinking maybe this was some kind of crazy premonition that she had a long time ago and she didn't realize that's what it was, or maybe some crazy deja vu moment. But after hearing her possible quantum immortality story, I'm gonna go with that. I just want to say, I know it's weird and it freaks you out, but we believe you and it's okay.
So real quick, before we get into her story, it just makes me think about when I drowned when I was little. If you guys have not seen that video, I'll throw the thumbnail on the screen if you guys want to go and like check that out. I believe when I drowned in that pool, I was so calm, I was happy, I was at peace, okay? I really feel like I died. And it makes sense because I always feel like something's off in this life. Like everything, listen, I just feel like this life that I'm living is not the life that I would have had if I never would have went swimming that day. Catch that.
Okay, I got cut from work, but I have to talk to you because I'm experiencing a glitch in the Matrix. I was in college, I was in the music program because of musical theater, and the chair of the music department, well, she was awful to me. Just that, like, she would constantly yell at me and constantly demean me, and she made me feel like in theater being black is a setback. That stayed with me for decades. It was really hard to not believe that for a very long time. Actually, there are a lot of people that I know and I'm still friends with that, she was pretty awful to be honest. But anyway, 2 years ago, she passed away. She passed away from, I think, cancer, and her daughter posted something on Facebook about it. It was amazing because all of her old students just came out of the woodwork to like talk about how devastated they were and how horrible this is and this is just a tragedy. I have a very close friend who also was in the music program with me, and I remember that she sent me like a Marco Polo. If you have the app, she sent me a Marco Polo being like, I feel bad because I feel like that line in a chorus line, and then she sang it. She was like, because I felt nothing. The girl, same, we both felt the same way. But the crazy thing was, if we went on Facebook, all of the people that were devastated about this horrible loss were like people that had also talked shit about her, I even vague booked about it because I was like so annoyed. I also a couple weeks ago made a video about how I have like this intense memory for like certain things, right? I have a very intense memory of the day that I found out that this woman died. I remember what I was wearing. I remember exactly where I was sitting when I learned it. I remember where I was sitting when I got that Marco Polo from my friend. Cut to today, okay? This happened maybe like 35 minutes ago, okay? I get a text from my friend being like, I can't believe we haven't talked about this. The chair of the music department passed away. That's just what I'm gonna call her because I'm not gonna say her name.
You know what else this makes me think of? I remember seeing Nelson Mandela pass away. I want to say I was probably in like middle school, because I remember us watching this documentary. I was young. It wasn't in elementary school though. I believe it was in middle school. And I remember watching this documentary of showing who he was and then the funeral and all of that. And this was back in the, like, before I was born. I was born in the 1980s, 83. So what, 3 years before I was born? I gotta Google it. But we learned about him because he was gone. And then dude, it's crazy. And then he passes away again.
I was like, no. You're crazy. This has already happened. The next text she says is, I feel bad because I feel like that line from a chorus line. No. Okay, this has already happened and you've said exactly that. Then I go onto Facebook because I'm thinking this must be like a memory from 2 years ago or something. And it's just like resurfacing as like a memory on my friend's page, right? No, it wasn't. This was posted like a few hours ago. Even worse, remember when I said the thing about people like, who had just talked shit about her and had a bad experience with her and who are now saying that they're devastated? Well, the main person in that was the person's post that I saw talking about how devastated they were that this woman passed. Everything is happening exactly as it happened that day, only instead of me being in bed when I'm reading this information, I was at work. I'm genuinely freaking out right now. How is this possible?
I got a notification that a pet suddenly appeared in my room. I didn't know it meant literally.
Standing there, there's nothing there to look at. What is he doing?
Guys, I kind of feel like I should call someone. This girl has been standing here completely like a statue, like this, for 15 minutes. At first I thought she was waiting for someone, but no one has come, and there's nothing she's staring at. What the
The following footage was captured by a woman in the UK. She noticed that her phone was constantly glitching out, and if she recorded a certain area, it was being interfered with, and she could hear this mechanical humming sound. What she records looks almost like an EMP discharge, if you could see an EMP discharge. It's some sort of radio wave frequencies that are being disrupted.
Right, this is the thing that's doing it. If I get it here, just hold it here. Right there. What the heck is going on? That's crazy.
This guy just changed.
For one, the way that he casted that rod, baby, I used to be that good when I was little with my pawpaw, practicing in the bushes. But look at the sky. I'm gonna replay it again.
This guy just changed.
I'm like fucking scared. There's no one standing there, but there's a silhouette, like a shadow of.
Bro, what in the fuck? A glitch in the Matrix? The motherfucker is just floating there. Dead. There's nothing around it. Just floating there.
The guy like zooms out and he zooms back in right here, and you're gonna see, I don't know, a little bit of a strange thing happen. The deer is eating, but then there's another head of another deer, and I thought, okay, well maybe they're standing next to each other. I zoomed in here. There's two heads, and there's only these legs of this deer, and then you're gonna see the deer like go around the side of the tree here. I'm gonna zoom in again. There is no other deer. Where did that second head come from on the deer? Follow for more.
You guys see that shadow? Where are the clouds? Where are the...
Now I know goddamn well. It's raining in every spot but on that damn Cheeto. Do y'all see this shit?
Right.